I heard about it.
It was like it was painfully mediocre, painfully so. I found out that they had the choice between, time travel, stupid, mediocre bullshit that had already been done dozens of times before, and a movie that was called Me and My Shadow, which was it was during that time when like a lot of 2D was moving over to 3D animation,
Yep.
and it was going to the movie Me and My Shadow was going to be essentially half 2D and half 3D, while following the story of kids. I say we. I'm 22 now. Kids back then, like you fucking did silly stuff with your imagination, like pretend your toys were alive. You played with your shadow, etc. And like, there's so much concept art and like the concept story, and it looked like it would have been just such a fucking interesting concept that had never been done before. And corporate chose time traveling dog, painfully mediocre time traveling dog.
Well,
Over
it sells units.
innovation. If I remember correctly, sure, Mr. Peabody, it didn't even fucking sell well in the box office and stuff. So like it literally came back to haunt them too. Like,
I mean, I think what they wanted is
just
that Sherman and Peabody haven't been done in a while, right?
um, I don't even remember if there was I don't know. I can't remember if there was something before or not.
Because I didn't know much about Sherman and Peabody even when I like heard about the movie. I was like, I know they existed before the movie. I just didn't know they were really a thing. So they probably were just like, usually this is what they do. They like, it's kind of what they did with Toy Story 4. Like, I personally like Toy Story 4, but Toy Story 4 definitely shat on Toy Story 3's ending heavily. But they were kind of like, people always want to see their old childhood thing again, so they're just banking on people just wanting to see that again, their childhood again. So they take their childhood characters, or absolutely destroy it, or make them relive their memories.
Yeah.
Blizzard, Warcraft 3 Reforged.
The
But
problem is that sometimes when they do that though, like with the Mr. Peabody, like Sherman and Mr. Peabody, I don't I don't think they got very many like returning customers that are like, oh yeah, I remember this from back in the day. Like there might have been a lot, but I don't think there were. Oop, sorry, didn't mean to smack my mic like that.
alright, also be careful, because these, if you lose them, if you lose these blues, they will, you have no way to fight these guys. So you will like automatically lose. So it's just kind of be careful.
You should put a couple back on heal duty.
Fuck it.
Me, the voice of reason, put some on heal duty so that way you don't lose any minions.
I only lost
the
one.
voice of chaos.
Well, I didn't lose anyone.
You didn't even lose one. It's just the lack of caution.
At that, when he kind of said that, at that point they're being pulled, and I was like, it's almost done, so may as well just do it, because I'll make back
May as well
the
just
white force.
throw yourself.
Okay.
Yo, these are the cooks, right? You should pull out the fucking reds.
Yep, that's the whole. Well, hang on. Let me
Fucking
get 15.
cook those bastards.
I kind of just want these guys on guard duty if they ever come in leashing range.
Fair, fair.
Little fat cook guys.
Alright, they're being pulled.
Are you okay with us talking about the mounts of Overlord 2?
Yeah, I don't care.
Alright, in your opinion, which one was your fucking favorite of the three?
To be honest here, I really liked It's actually a good question.
I know my answer, but I don't want to say it because that might change your answer. I want you to think of your answer independently.
Yeah, it's a fair argument. I'm trying to honestly give you an answer, but
Reds.
I want to say the spiders, but honestly, I don't really think so.
Really?
Maybe no. Honestly, I think it's the spiders. Like the problem about the wolves is that honestly, I didn't really find much use for them. The knockdown was pretty good, but it felt like they could not do enough damage when they got knocked down, so it was almost no point because they couldn't.
My favorite was the salamanders because it made it to where your reds could be really fucking fast and mobile. So like you could do just a lot more of your reds because you can basically do like hit and run tactics, which you're kind of able to do now, but it's not as easy. And with the salamanders, it made it like almost ridiculously easy to do hit and run tactics.
Yeah, I knew salamanders were not my favorite, but I knew they were my second. It was just trying to figure out if I liked wolves or spiders better. Spiders,
Eh.
I immediately thought spiders when you asked me. Like, I immediately thought spiders because I don't remember being very impressed with the wolves very much.
I wasn't really impressed with the spiders that much. That's a weird thing. Like, I remember loving the wolves, and I remember loving the salamanders. And I remember when I got the spiders, I was expecting them to be really good, and then they're just kind of... They're alright.
The problem is just, like, I kind of like the overall damage that they do. The biggest issue is, like...
You might as well not even bother with your minions, just go in there fisticuffs.
Come on,
They
let
were
me hit
never
you.
ready. Peace was never an option.
I don't know, it's hard for me to say, because I'll have to experiment them once again. I don't hate the wolves, I really don't. It's just... It probably doesn't help that every time I chose my mistress, I always chose Juno because she was always my favorite.
My favorite was the,
Kelda.
It was a tie between Hilda and the corrupted version of Faye.
Oh yeah, I kind of wish Ghost Faye offered better stuff.
I always thought Ghost Faye was different, but isn't Ghost Faye literally just like corrupted Faye but dead, essentially?
Yes.
I was always like disappointed about that. I felt like they could have done something more, like make her more fucking blue focused or something.
Yeah, she's a secret like mistress, and it kind of goes like, what's the point of adding her if there's nothing really crazy different about her? Like, I didn't know about her for years, and then when I found out about her, I went to immediately play the game and beat it to get to that point in order to get her.
I didn't know about it until I started looking at the achievements, and then I saw it and I was like, Ghost Faye? What the fuck?
Oh,
Fucking Toad! Fucking Toads!
I think Marines will be pretty good for this.
Browns are actually pretty good against Toads as well, to be fair.
Grab 20 of these.
Because the main thing that fucks up Toads is raw damage, because if you kill them fast enough, then they can't finish swallowing your guys, if I remember correctly.
Yes. They're pretty pathetically sad.
Toad. 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 Toad.
Don't show Bon.
Fun, don't look at stream. Look away.
Why?
Nothing.
It's already over.
What did you do? What did you do?
Alright.
We did what needed to be done for the greater good of man.
What did you kill this time?
And we are getting through this stuff. We're trying to go for all this stuff, so let's just take out the magma beetles.
We have to do magna beetles? You never farmed for reds?
No.
surprising.
It was really weird. I never really had to.
It's strange. Well, do you guys see the Beatles? I mean, showing off the other ones really doesn't fucking matter because it's going to be the exact same with this one that it would have been with the other ones. It's just swing, 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 and they're dead. Like, the only thing that changes is their element damage, and let's be honest, that doesn't even really fucking matter.
Yeah, the Beatles. It's just farming. Like, there's nothing crazy different about them. I kind of wish they.
They're
did
the
more.
gnomes of the first game.
Yeah, except well, only.
They did
gnome-
do more with them. Don't you remember Ruby and Desert, giant worms?
Well, fair. Fair. The gnomes are like, the thing is, I like them in Battle Rock, but I also hated them because the Reds gnomes, they hump you death.
Oh,
They do, like, it's actually like when I was a kid, I remember facing them for the first time. I was like surprised of how much damage they did. Like, I sat there, I was like, oh my god, what?
That Happy Souls joke I've made a couple times. We run, then we explode. They're literally that.
Yeah. They're absolutely not fun to go against in the Battle Rock Arena too, because let's kind of just talk about, because I don't know if I'll be able to showcase it, because maybe like I'll have to showcase it later when I get a capture card. Man, fucking these guys, like literally, this is only like 5 of them.
Dude, you might as well just walk in there. I wouldn't even bother bringing anyone. You could just walk in there and fucking... Yeah, I don't even think you have to swing at them. I think if you walked in there and vulgarly thrusted at them, they would fall over dead.
Yeah, but the way that the thing is that I genuinely really like the Battle Rock Arena. I hate that they had to lock content away, something that was in the first game. But at the very least, they did something with it. It's fun. There's like 4 rounds of it for each type of, not each type, for certain events. There's gnomes. The first one you unlock is hunters. Then gnomes. And I think the first one you get is a satyr. And then it's the commander or the general, which has a pretty funny story. He wants Juno's hand in marriage or something like that, or he wants to liberate Juno. Then there's the Phoenix, which is a really fun boss fight. I think that's it. And I think there's like one more or something like that, but either way they're fun. Like the gnome one is fun, it's just different in mechanics, but the red gnomes rush you from all sides as reds, and they obliterate you sometimes if you don't properly set up markers. Oh, shit. Alright, this one is actually kind of scary.
Spray him with your sword.
It can do damage. Ow. He just
So
hit
if
smack.
if we're forced to sit here and swing at them, it won't be the end of the world, but it definitely won't be fun.
Yeah, they have an exceedingly small pull range too, so this would be kind of scary. I mean, long pull range. Good thing is that greens make them look a bitch.
I love how the answer to most problems in this game is can it be backstabbed? Greens.
Yeah, that's why.
If not backstab, refer to red.
Yep.
Burn.
So we're probably gonna talk about it then too, but I'll talk about it too. I like that concept. Apparently, I was looking at maybe scrap content for Overlord 2. They were talking. There was some concept art regarding like there be like changes if you go for enslavement or just kill everyone. People believe they had plans to make it where you would grow like blue horns or just turn more blue for like enslavement, like because you're brimming like with magical energy and everything. Where you have like blue horns or something like that. I like the concept art. It looks pretty cool. Like I think it'd be great if they did that, but they didn't for some reason.
They ran out of time.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, Battle Rock was not even
the game Yeah, the game was rushed through its development. They released it like a year, 2 years or earlier than it was originally
Hey,
supposed to. When you look into the development, or Borean Bomber, fucking fitting.
you felt
I think
luck.
that what's weird is didn't I say Borean Bomber and then immediately followed it up with I bet they're called like Fire Barbarians or something like that.
Yeah.
I want to watch that back and see like what I said the first time because I swear I actually did call them their correct name, which means I did remember their fucking name, but I didn't remember it at the same time.
Yeah. Don't look at the
Weakly.
green. Don't look at the grit. Don't look at the bodies.
I mean, to be fair, dead greens when you have Violet as your mistress doesn't really bother me. It's mainly the it's mainly the browns that bother me when I see them dead, and the
Yeah.
blues because they're kind of a pain in the ass to get more of.
And to arm.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm just gonna use markers. You could almost.
Honestly, you can walk up there and start fisting them, and they'll probably die.
Probably. Ow. Can I get some support over here? Fuck you guys, alright?
Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. Mosquito just landed on my fucking computer screen and is biting my screen like he's trying to bite the Overlord on the screen. What the fuck?
He probably, because your monitor is probably high, he probably thinks it's human body.
Probably. That's really fucking. Where's my fucking tennis racket? I have a electric racket literally for this.